Hello everyone, it's me Jacob. There's always that one feeling in me that keeps coming back no matter what. Boredom. Now the best way to kill this terrible disease is by talking about something. It might seem weird, but I have these things to talk about box that keeps me from being bored. Let's check it out. Put that one down, that one, and I'm not gonna talk about Mario Kart game, that would be ridiculous. Well, here we are now. I never thought this day would happen, but at least it's not as bad as talking about Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End on the Wii. This game is even more boring than being bored. But you know what they say, carpe diem motherfucker. And besides, it's an effective way to kill my boredom, so why not do it? I'll do it quickly. The things I'm about to state about Mario Kart Wii are all the negative aspects about the game. And everything else I'll mention are things I actually like about the game. Alright, 3, 4, 2, 1, go! The blue shells, the retro tracks, and the battle mode. Boom, there you go. I forgot, after I'm done talking about Mario Kart Wii, I will be bored again. What a fucking prison! So I guess I have to drag this out a little more. Let's see. Yeah,
Mario Kart Wii. I really like this game. It's a game that I played a lot growing up. But
the question is this game the glorified magnum opus of Mario Kart, or is it just an overrated blue shell explosive catastrophe of a game?
in the year 2005, at E3, Nintendo announced their new home console, the Nintendo Revolution. But as we know it today, the Wii. Why did they change this? Was it because the console was gonna revolt against their players one day, or was it because they found a better title?
I think the first one sounds more like Nintendo.
Nintendo, for a decade, have been struggling to create a home console that could sell well. Well, why, you may ask?
Because they're fucking stupid, that's why.
I mean, the Nintendo 64 only sold a third of what the PS1 sold, and the GameCube only sold 20 million copies. Compare that to the PS2, who sold 155 million. Even the Xbox sold more than the GameCube, and that was Microsoft's first console, so obviously it was not gonna do well because they hadn't made a name for themselves, and yet they still beat Nintendo. So because of Nintendo's incompetence, the Wii had something I like to call pressure. I mean, how was it going to compete against the Xbox 360 and the PS3? Sony had been dominating the arena for the past decade, and Xbox 360 had a year early start. So the question stands, how did Nintendo compete against the Xbox and the PlayStation? Well, the answer to that question is that it did. Sony were stupid enough to have the console cost $5 billion, and the Xbox 360 was actually selling well, but the Wii had one thing that made it sell more, and that was the appeal to casual players. In other words, motion controls. Games like Wii Sports heavily relied on motion controls, and now the thing about Wii Sports was that you didn't have to be a gamer to be playing it, or to be good at it. I mean, it's almost like you're actually playing the sport in real life, and the fact that the Wii was very cheap also contributed to the Wii's success. And also the fact that Nintendo finally decided to use the Two-Word Monster CD, or in other words, using something that actually let them compete with Sony and Microsoft, who had already been using the CD since the dinosaurs age. Now in 2007, at E3, Reggie announced a new Mario Kart coming to the Wii called, say it with me, Mario Kart X. I've never been happier with this title. Another thing that was revealed at E3 was the notorious Wii Wheel. Wii accessories for motion controls was a big thing back then. People loved buying plastic garbage for the Wii, and Nintendo loved selling plastic garbage for people's Wii. So it all checked out. The Wii Wheel blew everyone's mind. The fact you could actually have a wheel to control the game with when you're playing, that was amazing. At least that's what we thought. I can't turn with this shit. Thankfully, there are other controller options. You can play without the Wii Wheel and use the controller, but there are much better options. If you plug in a nunchuck, you suddenly control with joystick, which is much better than this crap. You can also play with the Wii Classic controller and the Pro version, and the GameCube controller. I play with the GameCube controller personally. For me, it's just the easiest to use, but it has one fatal flaw. The trick system. Yes, if you shake the controller while you're leaving a ramp, you get a little extra boost. This is very satisfying to pull off and an excellent feature that the game adds. Now if you play with the Wii controller or nunchuck, you shake the controller to do this. But the classic controller and the GameCube controller, you must hit the D-pad.
Why, Nintendo?
There's so many other buttons on these controllers, and yet you chose the D-pad as the trigger?
I mean, how much more betrayal can I take?
Now, Mario Kart had been around for 15 years at that point. You see, before Mario Kart, all of the Mario games were very similar. Most of them were 2D platformers, so they were just straight up trash. Then some guy realized that you could put Mario and his friends into anything. Have them be football players, or party players, or have them be paper, or how about golf players?
Or in this case, drunk drivers.
And thus, in 1992, Super Mario Kart was born on the SNES. And as time moved on, Mario Kart became a very liked and popular franchise. Mario Kart Wii released the 10th of April 2008 in Japan, and 11th of April in Europe, and the 24th of April in North America.
So yeah, Mario Kart Wii had a lot to live up to, and let me tell you something. It did.
Not only was it the best selling Mario Kart game, well, at least it was back then, but it was also one of the best selling Wii games of all time. I'm only behind Wii Sports.
But that's enough about Asian history. Let's actually play this game.
I'm home. Honestly though, pushing away the nostalgia for 1 second, this opening title is generic. I mean, look at Mario Kart Double Dash for 1 second. Look how much detail there was on that starting menu.
This is like comparing my drawing in 3rd grade in art class to the Mona Lisa.
But I guess it's not the worst. If you wait long enough, you will get this neat little cutscene, so I guess it makes up for it. But sadly, I can't say the same thing about my 3rd grade drawing. Mario Kart Wii provides the usual Mario Kart things a Mario Kart would provide. Grand Prix, versus race, battle mode, and time trials. The Grand Prix has 4 different modes: 50cc if you're driving like your grandma, 100cc if you're driving sober, 150cc if you're driving like your drunk uncle, and mirror mode, which is basically 150cc, but all of the maps are flipped. 50cc only allows karts, 100cc only allows bikes, and 150cc allows both. We got 16 brand new tracks and 16 retro tracks that are brought back from the past 5 games. This is the same structure as Mario Kart DS had. Now the character roster is similar to Mario Kart Double Dash. The only 2 missing from that game here are Flying Koopa Troopa, What a Disaster, and PD Piranha.
I swear, there must be a way to sue Nintendo for this.
Mario Kart Wii almost has all of the characters in Mario Kart DS, except Rob. Which Mario game is he from anyway?
Alright, enough about the past. Let's look at the new characters.
We got Baby Peach, Baby Daisy. How many babies can Nintendo legally put into this game? Dry Bowser and Rosalina, which is good. And of course, how could I forget about the notorious Mies? Yeah, also Funky Kong as well. He is not only the most popular character from Mario Kart Wii, but also the fastest. The most popular character from Mario Kart Wii, but also the fastest in terms of stats. Now moving on to the karts and bikes. The karts and bikes work differently from each other. Bikes is the preferred choice for many reasons, however. The karts do give you an extra mini boost if you drift long enough. And now instead with the bikes, you can perform wheelies, which gives the player extra speed. However, if someone bumps into you while you're doing a wheelie, well, let me still deliver the bad news quickly. You lose all of your speed. But then you may ask, don't both of them give the player extra speed in some way? Well, that would be true, but wheelies can be done much more often, and bikes are in general just much faster than karts. Drifting in this game is interesting to say the least. When you drift, you build up this blue spark thing, and when it's finished, you can release it by pressing the B button if you're playing on a Wii remote, or the R button if you're playing with other controllers. By releasing it, you get an extra boost. You choose between manual or an automatic. Automatic does drifting for you. This was obviously added to appeal for casual players that the Wii had so many of, but manual drifting is the way to go. Bikes has another thing over karts, and that is outside drifting and inside drifting. Outside drifting sucks, but inside drifting is insanely good. Inside drifting allows for more sharp turns, and coincidentally, fastest bikes in the game all have inside drifting.
Nintendo, you little scumbags. You ain't getting away this time. But alright, if there's anything important in a Mario Kart game, it's the tracks.
And Mario Kart Wii does not disappoint with that.
At least with half of them.
The Mushroom Cup is the first cup, and it consists of Luigi Circuit. This was not on my wish list. I mean, it's fine for being the first track in the game, but I think it could have been done better. Plus, we already got Luigi Circuit from Double Dash, so I mean, what the f***? Moving on, we got Moo Moo Meadows. It's the sequel to Moo Moo Farms from 64, and it's a very neat track. Another neat track is Mushroom Gourds. This track lets you bounce on mushrooms. How cool is that? And in the cup off, we got Toad's Factory. Great track.
But I was hoping this track would show more how this war crime came to be.
Moving on to the Fire Flower Cup, which might be my favorite cup in this game. We got Mario Circuit. Yeah, this one's alright. But who cares? Because we got Coconut Mall.
I have never personally been in a mall that sells coconuts or a coconut that sells malls, but this is amazing.
DK Snowboard Cross, or if you're American, DK Summit. I'm a big skiing guy, so I naturally love this track. Wario's Gold Mine. This track is like a roller coaster. It's a lot of fun. Next up we have the Star Cup, and it might be my second favorite cup in this game. We got Daisy's Circuit, a cozy and summer vibe track that confirms every 12-year-old's biggest suspicion. Luigi and Daisy are a thing. Koopa Cape, a very good track, but sadly no Flying Koopa. Maple Treeway. This might be the most gorgeous track in the game. I mean, just look at it. Last up, we have Grumble Volcano. This track is alright. There are fun shortcuts to do here at least. Last up, we have the Special Cup, containing a good desert track.
Now, I don't believe in miracles personally, but this might be one.
Moonview Highway, the sequel to Toad's Turnpike from 64, except in this one, there's no speed limit for the drivers. To finish up the Special Cup, we have Bowser's Casual and Rainbow Road as usual. Bowser's Casual is cool. Rainbow Road is the best track in the game in my opinion.
Almost all the tracks I just mentioned are all blasts to play. They never get boring or repetitive. But the retro tracks, god damn it, Nintendo!
Here's the thing, the idea of retro tracks in Mario Kart is God's best creation, but it's not done well in this game. Look at Mario Kart 8 and 7. Look how they updated the tracks but still made them feel like the older ones. There's not so much upgrade or new here. Plus, most of the tracks they picked were lame. I mean, come on, Mario Circuit from Double Dash, we already have one. Yoshi Falls and Desert Hills from DS. You have Waluigi Pinball. You have Airship Fortress, you have Tic-Tac Clock, why not have them instead? There are however some good ones I guess. Delfino Plaza is pretty good, DK Mountain and Waluigi Stadium. But I mean these are not really the retro tracks you scream out when you think about Mario Kart retro tracks. What I'm trying to say here is the idea of retro tracks is cool, but if it's not executed well then it becomes a problem.
Okay, but how about actually playing the game for a change? That should be good, right?
Mario Kart Wii is notorious for its unbalanced item system. I mean, blue shells appear like 3 times every race. And I swear to god, getting hit by something takes half an hour to recover from, especially if you're playing a low acceleration vehicle. Mario Kart Wii has the standard Mario Kart items, except these 3. The Mega Mushroom is from New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, and it is as useless as it was in that game. I mean, you grow big for like 5 seconds and then you snap back to reality. The Pow Block, this one is like lightning, except it only affects the players ahead of you, and it does not make your opponent small. So basically it's the worst version of the lightning. Last up we have the Thunder Cloud.
Never have scientists thought an item like the Thunder Cloud would be added to Mario Kart. But Nintendo, those scumbags, they proved them wrong.
The item doesn't help you, it hurts you. Unless you pass it over to someone else and you give the torture to them. You do go faster while having Thunder Cloud, but if you don't pass it over in time, you will pay the consequences. The Thunder Cloud is definitely a cool idea and must have been hilarious in online mode, but it just pisses me off.
I can't take this anymore! What the hell am I doing?
So ultimately, the new items aren't that much to hang in the Christmas tree, but I actually like the unbalanced item system. I mean, sure, it's annoying, but isn't that kind of fun? Having 5 blue shirts per lap is definitely annoying,
but it makes it easier for new players to—
You shall not praise the blue shell's tales, Jacob. You shall be punished if you continue further, Jacob.
I don't know what that was, but I have this weird feeling in me that I was warned about something. Something terrible. Something very, very terrible. Nah, it's probably nothing.
I like the chaos item system, even the blue shell. Something tells me I should move on. The versus race. You can either play team mode or solo, and you can customize the rules as well. Time trials. Time trials in Mario Kart Wii might seem like any other time trial in Mario Kart, but Mario Kart Wii makes a game mode that seems boring even more unboring. You can download other people's time trials.
Well, at least you could.
And you can race against those who downloaded. Plus you can unlock harder difficulties on time trials. These are necessary if you want to unlock certain characters like Funky Kong and Me Side B, Baby Luigi.
Christmas came early.
But what about the battle mode? That game mode should be fun. There's 2 battle game modes. Balloon Battle and Coin Runners. Both game modes force you to play teams, which I think is sort of lame. I mean, I can stand team mode, but to really have to force us to play it, why not give the players the opportunity to choose between solo or team?
Nintendo, what the fuck are you doing?
Both modes also force you to play with 12 players, which in my opinion is just too many. Why not have the option to customize how many players you want, or just a choice to turn off CPUs if you're playing with friends. Another thing that annoys me is the fact that you respawn.
I mean, that's not realistic.
It takes away the fun of trying to stay alive, because now it does not matter. You just respawn right after you die. What's the fun in that? In Mario Kart 64, after dying, you would turn into a bomb and try to blow up your opponents. That's so much better. It gives the dead player a chance to get revenge, but it does not give them too much chance to get revenge, you know what I mean. But other than that, the balloon battle game mode is fine. The tracks are really good. We get 5 new ones and 5 retro ones. All the tracks are very fun to play. But what about Coin Runners?
It's good. I mean, yeah, but nothing special.
Alright, what's left to talk about? The online mode, I guess?
I never played the online mode. I was only 5 when it ended. But from what I heard, it was one of the few good online modes on the Wii. It had the urgency to lag. Otherwise, why, you may ask? I guess Nintendo wanted to pay less electricity bills.
The amazing thing about Mario Kart Wii's online mode is the fact that it's still active, despite being discontinued in 2014. Fans have found ways to bring it back with CGTP. CGTP has thousands of tracks, both from past games but also custom ones. But
I'm getting off topic.
And that is basically Mario Kart Wii. A great game that does have a couple of flaws.
But that's okay. I mean, nothing is perfect. And I think the flaws that Mario Kart Wii does have actually make the game stand out even more. It stands as my favorite Mario Kart game to this day, and will probably forever be that. Now let's go back to boredom.
You are not done yet.
Not you again. What do you want from me?
You will now be punished for your crimes.
Okay. Who's that? What the hell is this supposed to even mean? I mean, I haven't done anything sinful in my life, so there should be nothing to worry about, I guess. Maybe I should do what it says. It's already in. It's already inserted. Oh. Maybe I should turn the volume up. No, please. Ah, no!